Hi, everybody. This is SAAD. I've often remarked about the dangers of various forms of tribalism, political tribalism, ideological tribalism, ethnic, racial, religious tribalism, and I've always said to people, belong to the tribe of truth. Let me place that prescription in the context of what happened a few days ago when Donald Trump announced the demise of the ISIS leader. It was very informative to see the types of reactions that came from people who typically would be patients of Trump derangement syndrome. And for those of you who think wrongly that I am the one who coined that term, I'm not. Some of you are confusing Trump derangement syndrome with ostrich parasitic syndrome, which is a term that I've coined. Trump derangement syndrome is one manifestation of ostrich parasitic syndrome. But in any case, when this horrible person was exterminated, literally taken off from the face of this earth, any sensible person, any moral person, any just person, any intellectually honest person would simply rejoice at that fact, would recognize how horrible of a person this individual was, and would simply say, job well done, United States. Job well done, Donald Trump. It's not easy to make these calls, especially when he's under threats of impeachment, especially when he's going to be putting all sorts of heroes in harm's way, including Belgian shepherds. But in any case, any sensible person would simply say, I'm simply happy today that we got this guy. Instead, what you saw was just a breathtaking, grotesque theater of the absurd. Some people were angry that he didn't advise Nancy Pelosi and her friends on the Democrat side. Others were upset that they thought Donald Trump was too celebratory in his press conference. He should have been more sober. Yes, because you should grant infinite respect to someone who burned people alive, drowned them, killed thousands of people, set up mass rape camps, exterminated an endless, untold number of people, beheaded people on camera. Yes, that person deserves all the sober reflection that comes with his untimely demise. This is the kind of castrato behavior, this kind of faux signaling that is so grotesque that only highlights how immoral people who suffer from this form of Trump derangement syndrome are exhibiting. In any case, so there was, he didn't tell the Democrats, he was too celebratory. He said that the ISIS leader went to his demise whimpering and crying, when in reality that couldn't have been the case because he couldn't have had access to the audio, so he must be lying that he was whimpering. So now what they take away from the story is not so much that one of the most grotesque human beings, certainly of the 21st century, if not in history, has been exterminated, has been sent to meet his 72 promised virgins, but instead that maybe Donald Trump was confabulating some elements of in his press conference. This is the kind of grotesque response you get when people are unable to use a just and ethical moral compass in navigating through the world. When Osama bin Laden was killed under the administration of Barack Obama, I'm not a fan of Barack Obama. I didn't think for a moment to break up Barack Obama's speech to see if I could identify something that I could attack him with. Barack Obama was the least of my concerns. I could simply rejoice in the fact that they had gotten a really bad guy. And it is perfectly okay to rejoice when Hitler is killed, when Stalin dies, when Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi dies. It doesn't make you a bad person. So again, moral people are able to navigate through the world in a way that they are able to assort in a moral hierarchy the importance of various issues. When Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi has been killed under the watchful eye and direction of Donald Trump, a moral person says, well done, Donald Trump and team of Donald Trump, for having rid the world of this grotesque monster, and you end it right there. You don't then try to sully this unbelievable achievement by playing political games. Again, if the death of such a monster doesn't cause people to stop and not play political games, nothing will. This is why Trump derangement syndrome, as exhibited by regrettably even many of my friends and many of my colleagues in academia, is a truly devastating case of ostrich parasitic syndrome. And that statement, I'm able to make it whilst reminding you that I do not have posters of Donald Trump in my bedroom. Have a good day, everybody.